This is my title, Scars Underneath, because it's about physical abuse, and like when people have scars, it's like underneath their clothing to cover it up, so the perpetrator doesn't get caught, as it's a very secretive thing. It's my contents page. Okay, my abuse, it's about physical abuse, which is basically there's two partners, there's one who gets beaten up for often doing nothing really wrong. Perpetrators just want power over the people, to feel important, to feel as though they can control people, because sometimes they feel that need. Now my unique selling point on this is to like get my point across, is that people need to be more aware about not just men getting abused, but women too. Like both people can be victims, and sometimes people aren't that aware of it. And this is where I did some primary research, where I got a set of questionnaires to see what people knew about general knowledge about abuse, what they think about it. Now this is my results, what came up, and like most people answered yes to like what is domestic violence. Everyone knew that, but not many people knew like if women could be perpetrators, like or how common it was. They just mainly knew what domestic violence is. So at one point trying to get across, like to explain about it. Okay, what do I hope to achieve? I hope to achieve stop like the rates of what to make my film national across, so people are aware about this film, they know what abuse is, they can be a bit more aware about it, realise that it affects people's lives. It's a really big thing to be aware of. My target audience is going to be around teenage from the age of 13 and over, because it's good at an early age to be more aware about that. They're growing up more, being aware of things. It's best to know, to be aware of things like domestic violence at an early age. Now my costs, no making this is going to be around 20k or more, as I'm trying to broadcast it on TV for like, as I want it national, like for a big group of people to see like, around the world. Now my funding, I don't really need much funding as I'm going to be supplied with it. I could borrow equipment, but if it breaks I can like pay for more. Well, my statistics, this shows that the rates of people getting abused, as it shows females are getting abused more, but still there's large males, and that's getting my point across that both genders can be victims of domestic violence. That it's not just one, that both genders are suffering. And with production schedule. Now for week 1 I'm doing my pre-production for short film. I'm going to have storyboards each one, it's going to be drama based, and I've got my location set, and week 2 I'll start my shooting. I've got my production schedules, my shooting lists, for each location, and week 3 I'm going to start editing it on the computer, from the start to end, so it's going to be all ready. Now my type of film, it's going to be drama based. I feel that's the best way to explain physical abuse, to make it dramatic, emotional, for viewers to see. Now this is my bibliography, these are key words, that domestic violence is the most used word, and then abuse, and physical violence. I'll copyright issues when I'm making my short film. I've got to be more aware, like, depending on what I'm filming, so I could get fined if someone notices it, like Ofcom, they could be aware about that, so I've got to be careful about that. This is my index, like each slide explains which one's about, like my questionnaires, my video showing domestic violence, my target audience. This is requirements I need, so I'm going to need things like cameras, lighting, locations, speakers, all sorts of that to make my short film. And this is a graph I found about domestic violence, and over the years it's been increasing and increasing. And I feel like as the years go by, domestic violence is going to become more and more. And this just shows that it's got to stop. Now here's my video of domestic violence.
And I'll try to do what do you want?
Just to do that very well.
2 fucking o'clock. Come
Get your hand off me.
Come here.
What?
Where were you?
I'm not talking to you like this. I'm not talking to you. Get your hand off me.
Who was there?
Get your hand off me.
Who was that? Tell me who was that?
People are looking at us.
People
People are looking at us. Will you take your hand off me? Stop my butt. People are looking at us. What's wrong with you? Grant, thanks. Okay, can someone call the police if you can't do that to someone?
Okay.
If I don't, someone else will.
Okay. It's better fine.
You don't have to put up with that, Annie. Okay, well, thank you.
Quiet.
Yeah. I'm correct, thanks. What would you want? Do you ever listen to me?
Chrissy, stop. You're crazy, man.
Manic. I've been talking at you for the last 10 minutes and you haven't listened. You haven't got into fucking what I've been saying to you. So you're fucking not even listening to me, that's what. Why do I push you like that? Because you won't fucking respond to me and you won't listen to me. You think you're fucking all manly. No, you can't be. No, you can't be. Don't try and fucking walk away. Stop. Listen to me when I'm talking. Don't try and fucking walk away from me. Stop it. What the fucking bullshit? What the fucking bullshit? There's nothing wrong to give me that shit, okay? Pathetic. You're so fucking pathetic.
Now this example of this just explain my point about people like not being really aware. That's like when the woman was abusing the man, everyone walked past, nobody noticed. That makes the point that people don't take it too seriously, that it's a really serious thing that's happening. People always seem to think it's just a dominant male to do it and don't realise that women can be perpetrators. And my conclusion overall, I hope that people will be aware from showing my short film, people know that domestic violence is really quite a common thing, that it's like, could be anywhere, it could be like, depending where you live, like next door in your apartment, you never know, just, it's at every corner. And my point across is to be aware, if you see anything, just call charity, call the police, and just, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I do have a question, a couple of questions. First of which, there's a lot of things out there already about domestic abuse generally. And we've just seen that advert. There's already a charity there to explain what's going on. So I want to know, why are you passionate about doing this? How can you offer something different to the public?
Because I want to show it like in a different way, that to make it come across to a group of people, like as my target audience are 13-year-olds, I want to sort of like show like younger audiences to make them more aware, as like adults who are aware about this. But I want to make sure that people are aware, like as they grow up, they'll know what abuse is.
So looking at that obviously as explicit language and that example, how are you going to make this topic accessible to younger children, if that is your primary target audience?
I'll explain it to them in a way like, but having slides up explaining like what abuse is, taking it like really slowly with them, and like not like showing them like the amount of videos all at once, just explaining each part of it and like why it's happening and all that.
Okay, thank you for your time, Curtis. Well done.